Hey guys, as the title says, Riese has been remade again, and this has been within the last couple of months, and it is from Activision, and it is from Call of Duty. It is official, it is zombies, but not a lot of people on this side of the world are gonna get to play it because the game is in China and the game is in Chinese, so that can be pretty difficult, and getting this game set up can be challenging, and I'm not sure if we're even supposed to be playing it. You definitely have to do some tricks to be able to get into their system. I will have this link down in the description if you guys want to attempt to download it. There's one part of this that is really tricky, and that's getting a QQID. That I'm not sure on. It was a long time ago when I did it, and I don't know how to do it again. But I absolutely love the way China has their zombies set up. There's no guns on the wall. You have to earn your weapons and upgrade them and have your loadout set and ready to go before you even get into the game. I enjoy this format because you skip all of the setup, you have all your guns ready to go, you don't have to worry about RNG, hitting the mystery box or anything like that. And the zombies are running pretty fast when you first get into the game, so it's like you're skipping the first 5 to 10 rounds in Treyarch zombies, and you're just going straight at it. A moment ago you saw all the guns that you can choose from, and I am bringing in a canopy stick as a secondary weapon. There's all kinds of cool melee weapons. You get to build your own tacticals, which is a lot of fun. You also get to bring in perks that you use in multiplayer, but these are useful in zombies as well. So you earn those, unlock those, get better and better ones. I'm bringing in one that's really useful. It's a scavenger. It allows me to, pick up ammo from the zombies. There are perk machines on the map, so, it's not replacing those. They did remake the 4 maps from World at War. So Varuk, right here, you see that. That is actually called Mechanical Body Institute. It's not called Varuk. Noct is called Outpost, Shinonuma is called Ghost Swamp, and then right here, Riese is not called Riese, it's called Mechanical Body Manufacturing Plant. They originally called this mode Cyborg Rising, but they changed the name to Zombie Siege, and each map has 3 levels of difficulty. So you can play on Ordinary, Veteran, or Hero. I don't have Veteran or Hero unlocked, so I'm just going to be playing on Ordinary and showing you guys what the map looks like. I'm going to be translating as much as I can on screen for you guys so you will know more about what's going on, and I'm also going to try to explain the backstory. It's got a really interesting storyline. The screen you just saw there basically said, Mechanical Body Manufacturing Plant, and then explained how you earn points and progress through the map. When you spawn in, you see the teleporter and these huge big crazy red numbers up at the top in blue. It's letting you know that you have to survive 8 waves, and right there it's letting you know that you have 3 items to pick up that are part of the Easter egg, and those items help to explain the zombies' backstory. There's a clock on the wall, and I thought it looked pretty cool, futuristic and everything. It is set at 1:15, and it does have a second hand that is stuck, it's not moving forward, just like in the original Riese. The zombies come in pretty fast when you first spawn in, and this canopy stick is amazing. I really enjoyed this weapon, and some of the other melee weapons weren't as good. This one was surprisingly really awesome. And it's got all the sparkles, so can't go wrong there. Pretty soon you're going to hear the announcer talk. His name is Cortex. He's not human, he's a part of the facility, and he's definitely not on your side. I've added subtitles to what Cortex says so you guys can understand more about what's going on. It took all day to do, but definitely worth it. Right there, he's telling you that whenever their eyes turn red, that means that their critical damage is turned off, that you cannot shoot them in the head and kill them really easily. That's where their critical spot is. Right there, it's just letting me know that I leveled up to level 16, and you don't get max ammo drops from the zombies. The way you get ammo is from these ammo crates, and you have to earn a battery from the zombies to be able to get ammo. And this currency system kind of reminds me of what World War II zombies may be like. We earn energy from the zombies, and then we can open and unlock things. And it's the same here. You can see that bar on the bottom left has a 29%. It's when I kill zombies, I'm absorbing their energy and earning batteries, and then I use that as currency around the map. Right here, I was surprised to see the teddy bear. I did not think that was going to be there, so that was a really nice touch. But you can see how they changed the map. They've just added some futuristic stuff to it. Compared to the other maps they've made, this one doesn't look as good. It looks a little bit rushed, but that's okay because it plays really well. And obviously the maps are futuristic. They take place in the year 2025. The original zombies, outbreak or infection started in the year 2020. So 5 years later, that's where we are now. And right here is one of the Easter egg pieces to pick up for the storyline, but I'll do that later. Right here on the screen, it's just letting me know I need to turn the power on before I can access this teleporter and open this pack-a-punch. So exact same setup for, the normal Riese. You gotta go and, initiate all of the teleporter pads, and then it'll open the door slowly and you can pack-a-punch. Right here on screen, it's letting me know I need to survive 7 more rounds before my rescue will show up, and it'll do that every round. Right there, that quote from Cortex saying, "You humans are the knees of this planet." He's, basically letting you know that he doesn't like you. And throughout this entire game, he pretty much antagonizes you. I've been trying to learn as much as I can about the cyborg, zombies backstory, but it's a little bit complicated because all of the information in the game to tell you about the backstory is in Chinese. And then when I go online to try to find information, all of it's in Chinese as well. Now, the fans that play this in China do just like what we do. They have their own forums where they speculate about the storyline, and they're just as into it as we are. I saw a whole thread on how they were trying to tie it in with the 935 group, and they did a pretty good job on it, and I've got some information for you guys on that, on how this all could make sense together. One thing I thought was really interesting about the storyline is what the zombies actually are. They're not robots made in a factory. They were actually once human. So, looking into all this information, I had to translate all of it from Chinese. So I'm going to do the best I can to try to interpret what I've learned, from the forums and the intel that's actually in the map. So for the zombies themselves and how they became what they are now, it happened back in the year 2020. There was some type of an explosion, and there was a vehicle that was carrying a gas. And when this explosion happened, this vehicle carrying the gas leaked the gas everywhere. And this gas is what initiated this infection with these humans that are now these robots. It's really interesting too, because in this map you see these whiteboards that kind of explain that just a little bit. Now in our maps we have chalkboards with chalk writing, showing some of chemistry and stuff like that. But here there's whiteboards, and it literally shows this van with a bomb and then some chemistry. So it's trying to explain that, there was some type of an explosion, a bomb went off and this truck or van exploded and this gas got everywhere. But I'll explain more of that in just a second. First, I want to show you that all the perk machines are in the respective spots. So Jug is over here, and it's really funny, the description to this is called increase your blood volume. So that's how they're describing this increased health. And on this map, there are no Easter eggs as far as what we're used to. There's no ciphers or, the fly trap Easter egg. Now the structure is out there on the outside of the map, but you can't do anything with it. And there's the double tap machine. And in this room, you can see the whiteboard that I was talking about. And there's a delivery van or some type of truck on the bottom right. And it's indicating that there's a bomb in it, or it got blown up, something like that. But there was an explosion that caused the gas leak, basically. And here's a better picture of it right here. And these are the notes from someone that was, trying to figure it out. And I have translated all of it, but still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I wasn't able to get too deep into the storyline, but I was able to just, kind of understand the basics. Here's some images here, and I don't know if these are actual in-game images anywhere, but they are part of the forum, and they definitely help to show the progression of what happens when a human gets infected. On the bottom right of the pictures, you can see it's called the Bellum nanovirus, and I'm not too sure about all of that, but it's definitely, representing this nanovirus where when the virus sets in, it goes in and it takes the flesh and transforms it into mechanical parts, basically. And I don't really have too much more fine detail on that, but basically the military got their hands on this infection, and at first they tried to contain it, and then they tried to do experiments with it to see what all they could do with it, and they were successful with some of their experimentation, but at one point it went wrong, and something happened with the coding, and there was a script error or something, and these things started to become uncontrollable. During all their lab testing and experimenting, they worked with this Cortex module, and that's the voice that you hear, narrating. They were trying to use that to control these cyborg zombies because they were starting to spread and get out of control. Somewhere in this storyline, I believe there's something about a mother spaceship, and it's possible that this infectious gas came from that. I'm not too sure about that. Again, this game is in a different language, so it's really hard to understand. One thing I thought was interesting that the players in China were speculating about was about the Nova 6 crawlers. they were saying, not me, but they were saying they think the Nova 6 crawlers are linked to these zombies. And they understand that, this is a different dimension and all that. But they think that because, the Nova 6 crawlers are, infectious type zombies through like a gas, they feel like this is probably a part of that storyline too. Right there, just hit the mystery box. The mystery box does have wonder weapons in it, like the Wonder Waff, the ray gun, and the thunder gun on all the maps. You can also get some pretty cool traps out of it, but you're not going to find like regular weapons. I did get an electric trap out of it, and it's not my favorite trap. I really like the shrink trap, and that's like the shrink ray on Shangri-La. It's really cool. Again, this is the ordinary mode, and you only have to survive 8 waves, and then the military is going to bring in like a portal, and you got to go find it around the map, jump into it, and you can be rescued. And you're a part of the military, and your mission is to come in and carry out recovery and investigation. So that's where you go and find this intel or intelligence information around the map. And they're basically like these file folders or just artifacts laying around the map. On this one, it's like laptops, and once you pick them up, it gives you more backstory and information about what's going on. Right here, I'm showing you guys what this room looks like. Every time you open a door, the Cortex guy gets upset with you and tells you you're not authorized. And yeah, this looks very different from what we're used to on Riese. But yeah, the teleporters are the same. You just link them up. I'll show you guys what the Pack-a-Punch looks like here in just a moment. Here's what the other teleporter room looks like. And another thing is that when the mystery boxes are not in their locations, you do get the teddy bear like on top of the crate. So that's pretty cool. But this room, not too much to look at here. But I will get the teleporter linked up and then get Pack-a-Punched. Here's what the Pack-a-Punch looks like, and it's 2 batteries the first time you Pack-a-Punch. Then you can Pack-a-Punch again for 3 batteries. And I think you can pack for a 3rd time. I just cannot remember right now. It's been a while. Right here is the Speed Cola machine, and that's pretty standard. And then I'm going to go into that other room that I have not been into yet. And that one's got like the furnace and everything. Now I know you can get the monkey bombs out of the mystery box, but I don't know if there's an Easter egg for actually throwing a monkey bomb in the furnace and it like, screaming or whatever. I have not tried that yet, but I definitely will. So yeah, nothing, major going on in this room. It's, pretty bare, but that's fine. One thing I do love about this mode is that the zombies drop perks. And it's like those multiplayer perks. So that's always really nice, like a nice surprise. I got one right there. But I'll take you guys around into the furnace room. And I'm not sure what perk I just got. It looks like something with headphones. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, there's the furnace right there. Pretty much looks the same. And right outside the door, there's a laptop. And that's one of the intelligence information for the Easter egg that I'll pick up here in just a moment. There's another laptop right here in the spawn area by the teleporter. And I'll go ahead and pick that up. And I'll pick up the other ones around the map, and I'll show you guys what they actually say. It's not too telling or like too amazing, but it's just interesting and just a little bit of backstory. For each of the maps, there's 4 pieces of intelligence, and after you finish the game, a screen will pop up and let you know like what you've collected. So that's what you're looking at here. So I have picked up all 4 pieces from this map, and I've got them translated on the bottom. The first one on the left just lets you know that they have extraordinary resistance to damage. Then another one lets you know that there's like scientists behind some of this, and there's like a photograph of them. The third one lets you know that they can withstand extreme temperatures. The last piece of intelligence is part of the storyline where they originally had run some tests and they were successful, but the second time they tried to do it, which what they're saying right here is that they're going to be doing another one, that one didn't turn out very well. And that's what you're seeing here is, these cyborg or these zombies out of control. If you do play the other maps and pick up the other intel, it lets you know that their first experiment was called Alpha and the second one was called Beta. After you finish the waves that you're supposed to finish to get to the final round, this game obviously is 8. You're going to hear a female voice, like announcer. She's letting you know that there's a portal somewhere around the map that you can escape with. She also lets you know that these mechanical hounds are coming after you, and yeah, that the zombies are going to get a little bit tougher. If you're in the more difficult modes, you're going to be getting these crazy cyborg bosses spawning on you, and those things are so cool looking. But yeah, you got to play the harder, more difficult levels to see those guys. Right here, I found the portal next to the jug, so you just wait for the timer to stop. The portal turned blue, and then you can jump in it and be rescued. And then she tells you, very good job, your task has been complete. Another thing I really love about this mode is that in the game you earn points, and you don't use them for anything other than opening supply drops at the end of the game. So if you earn a lot of points, you get really good supply drops. This one I only got a silver supply drop because I need to play the harder modes and make a ton more points to be able to open up a platinum. But I was really happy with this opening because I got a really good calling card. I was really excited to get that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys do decide to play this, hopefully this will help you with a little bit of information of understanding like what's going on, because yeah, it's in another language. If you guys want to attempt to download it, I'll have that down in the description. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next video.